Whether it was YouTube, whether it was his manager, whether it was his boyfriend, fuck knows who. Someone sat there and said, do this. And they sat there for 2 hours saying, Andrew's so evil. You don't a bunch of pussies because they were told to.
Yeah.
Amigos React. What's up, YouTube? Welcome to Amigos React. Today, we're going to see what Andrew is so frustrated about. The title of the video is that he's frustrated with the Nelk boys, and we don't know why.
He looks pretty frustrated right now, and it's just, we haven't even watched the video yet.
He does look that he's got, I'm frustrated. Like, that's what he's about to say.
Frustration.
I'm so frustrated right now. Oh, and also, if you could hit the like button and the subscribe button.
And
mostly the like button, because I know it's annoying to subscribe, so.
Yeah, and just enjoy the video.
Shut up, Nick.
Oh, sorry.
Make everyone think Andrew Tate is bad. The young men like Andrew Tate. Who else do the young men listen to? Logan Paul. So make Logan Paul say bad shit.
Brad, we said that.
Yeah, but
we said that we thought that Logan like had to do that.
Of course he did.
Hold on, but you think someone actually told Logan, "Hey,
fuck yes,
this is what you need to do."
Fuck yes.
Yeah, I think so too.
Straightforward.
I don't think it was YouTube. I think it could have been his management.
His manager, YouTube, fucking who knows who. But
maybe even honestly, maybe even him.
Okay, so Andrew Tate, he believes that people tell Logan Paul what to say because, like, ever since the Japan incident, he's been, like, under their control because he doesn't want to get canceled because, obviously, if he loses his platform, he loses tons of money. And Andrew Tate is, like, convinced that people tell him what to do. I don't know if he's actually convinced of that or if he just says that.
Dude, I can see where he's coming from because, like, you see so many things that come from, honestly, both Jake and Paul, and it's just feels so scripted or so, like, planned out. When they're saying, oh, no, we're just filming us being us or whatever.
What I think it is, weird. I don't think anyone's telling him specifically what to say, but I think he's super careful to, like, pander to, like, the woke agenda so he doesnuld get in trouble. And so he doesn't lose his platform because that's probably what he's most scared of. Because if he loses his, like, YouTube and podcast, what is that? He probably lose, like, $10 million a year or something.
I mean, he probably lightly scripts himself because he has an agenda.
He probably filters what he says. Like, he probably doesn't always say exactly what he thinks or even close to it.
Yeah, probably most of the time he's saying what his viewers like.
Yeah.
Himself. Maybe he's like, yo, I endorse Tate. I got to backtrack.
Do you take that shit personal or you're just like...
I don't take it personally because I don't know the guy personally. I don't take it personally. But I do have a dislike, it just is on a personal level in general, for cowardice, hypocrisy, switching up on people. That's just not how I roll with my team. If I was cool with you guys and you all got canceled, there wouldn't be a fucking split second where I'd go, well, you know, they've just been canceled and I might get canceled. Just you're a bitch. Just who cares? You're my boy. And even if you're not my boys, if I like somebody, I like.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely agree with that because, like, Logan Paul, I don't know.
He'll, like, cut ties with people that don't fit the woke agenda so he can.
It's like, dude,
he doesn't get in trouble.
Logan Paul, actually not 5 years, it was like 3 years ago, was probably the most hated person on YouTube.
I think that was like 5 years ago.
Was it like 5 years ago? It's
been a while.
God. Anyways, however long, he was like the most hated person on YouTube, had to build his empire back up. And now Andrew Tate's starting to get canceled and all this. Well, not starting, but, you know.
He was canceled. Then he went to Rumble. And now he's the biggest dude on Rumble.
Huge.
Andrew Tate talks like Donald Trump. He's like, YouTube canceled me. I knew they were going to cancel me. So I went to Rumble. And I'm the biggest performer on Rumble.
Huge.
They told me multiple times. Rumble came to me. Mr. Rumble. He came to me. He said, Mr. Andrew, you're the biggest. You're the best.
He's
like, we're so grateful to have you on Rumble.
We have the stats right here. Here's Mr. Rumble, and Professor Rumble will show us the stats. And if you look at the stats, this is actually the biggest Rumble we've ever had.
This is a Word document, and you signed your name in the top.
No further questions.
Somebody, if I don't, I don't. The way he 180'd, and it was a true 180, because you don't go from semi-cool with someone to sitting there saying his rhetoric is hateful. Yeah. He's like sitting there.
We're wondering
like, bro, who gave you this directive? And
why did they even have to say anything? That's what me and Brad were saying. Is why didn't they just
stay affiliated, right?
Why didn't they just stay quiet?
Because but I think the Matrix, guys, I'm telling you why. Let's all be professionals here. Let's be smart.
All right, I know what he's gonna say, but that is true. So when Andrew Tate first started blowing up, Logan Paul was like, "Oh, this guy's blown up out of nowhere," and he didn't really have anything bad to say. But then on his podcast, he was like, "Oh, he's infecting the minds of the youth, and he's telling them things about women that are gonna like make them mistreat women, and we shouldn't listen to him." He's like combating what Andrew is saying, and then Tate is gonna say right now that YouTube wants control of the youths of the minds of the youth, because if they all revolt, then you know the big system breaks down for all the elite and they don't have anyone to control.
Yeah, and also anybody talking about Andrew Tate, especially if you're already like a big YouTuber, is just going to bring you to the front of the attention because Andrew Tate is a hot topic, and especially on YouTube because of what you said. So it's like,
I wonder if it's like truly what Andrew Tate says, because I don't think it's like we need to control the mind. Like I don't think there's anyone sitting in a room that's like we need to control the minds of the youth. Andrew Tate is he's a threat to our control, and we need to stop him.
I think there's people pulling strings for certain things.
But you think it's like that exactly?
I don't think it's like that precise. I think it's different parties influencing certain parties, and that's just the way our country works, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like YouTube, all they care about is views because they want ad money.
Then why'd they cancel Andrew Tate? He got way more views than anybody.
Probably because companies don't want to align themselves with Andrew Tate and they don't want to pay for ad space on his videos. And then YouTube wants to make their overall marketplace look like, oh, we don't agree with his ideas because big companies are all about like inclusion, diversity.
Yeah.
And
yeah, you're probably right.
That's probably what it is.
The Matrix has decided to character assassinate me. They have gotten all of their media establishments, all of their bullets. They fired every fucking bullet at me. Do you think they're not going to sit there and go, what other bullets do we have in the chamber? Who's his primary audience? These guys. Which cuck do we have who obeys every word we say, who also is somehow listened to by some of his guys, Logan? Go to a podcast, Andrew's bad. Whether it was YouTube, whether it was his manager, whether it was his boyfriend, fuck knows who. Someone sat there and said, do this. And they said,
he calls Mike Malak his boyfriend every time.
I mean,
it's crazy on
that guy. I don't like that guy, to be honest. That guy,
I think he's kind of rude and he's kind of cocky.
I think he I don't have a better term for it, but he's just a bitch.
He's kind of rude and cocky. Like the way he speaks, like obviously I can see why he's good on a podcast. He's very good at speaking.
He talks. He's a good talker.
But the way he kind of treats like George on that podcast.
Dude, yeah, George, who has known Logan Paul longer.
Is he really though? I don't think so.
Yeah, they've met from Vine.
But I think Logan Paul grew up with.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought this guy was new, but either way, I don't like how that guy acts. He's like, he's one of those guys that gets too angry too fast.
Fuck you, Mike Malak. Just kidding. I don't hate you at all. You're pretty cool. I just something about your attitude is like
no, you're not
off-putting.
Cool.
He's on like one of the biggest podcasts ever.
That doesn't make him cool.
Yes, it does.
I don't think so.
We're on Los Amigos Gringos, and that makes us cool.
He's never been on Los Amigos Gringos, so he's not cool. That's why.
We're the best podcast in the under 100 subscribers category, and we gave ourselves that title because there's no actual awards for that category.
Well, when you're sitting on the top, you have to give yourself the awards, you know? That's just how it goes.
Someone's got to come up with the award. So why not be us? You know?
Yeah. That's exactly how
the
that
Hot
works.
Podcasts under 100 list.
Sat there for 2 hours saying Andrew's so evil. You don't like a bunch of pussies because they were told to.
Yeah. We talked about it on our shit. I was very surprised.
You don't think he just wanted to just do it for fucking views?
Nah, definitely not for views.
No way.
There's not for views.
No,
he didn't want to mention my name at all. He doesn't like saying my name because everyone just writes underneath it, "Gee, you're a bitch."
To be fair, the worst part was just the fact that he had his own thing that he went through, and then say like this person doesn't deserve a second chance. That's the worst part.
Yeah, but so he did it, and there's also a massive fear of him being canceled. Also, like he got canceled and cried his eyes out on TV. To him, that was the most traumatic experience of his life. Yep. And when someone comes there and says Tate's just been canceled, they might cancel you. You better fucking do this, Mr. Logan. Sure. He sits there and sells his soul. And what's interesting is this:
PTSD.
I do like that about Andrew Tate is that he does not like people that don't stand for like something, like they don't have their views and they don't stick with it.
Yeah.
If they
he doesn't like people that fold like paper.
Yeah.
You know,
if you're like, oh no, I'm gonna get in trouble.
It's like, oh no. And when that happened to you, and you should be standing for that, but I get it.
What?
Like Logan Paul, like he's saying Logan Paul had that happen to him, and now he's judging Andrew for that happening to him.
Yeah,
you know?
he's like not sticking by his side.
I'm kind of trying to grasp what Bradley's opinion is because I think he's like friends with Logan.
He's friends with everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah, PTSD. I'm not expecting him to. I can't believe they canceled me. Like that was a hard time for him. He ain't had a hard life like me.
Was fucked.
He ain't had a hard life like me. But the truth is this: I'm not expecting him to agree with everything I said. Jake said, "Look, I don't fuck with everything Tate says, but free speech is free speech."
Yep.
If you're a full grown man and you don't advocate for free speech, there's something wrong with you because then you don't understand history very well, and you understand that the first step of tyranny is to shut up free speech. You have to get one side of the story only and destroy all opposing viewpoints, and tyranny is next. So I don't give a fuck if he agrees with what I say or not. I don't care if he even likes me. For him to sit there and say I think free speech is bad just makes him look like a dumbass. He go.
That's what he's getting at with Logan Paul, because Logan's saying Andrew can't say these things.
Yeah, because it affects the minds of the youth and blah, blah, blah.
I get it.
Free speech is free speech.
I mean, yeah.
So,
you don't have to agree with what he says.
It's funny because generally I don't like Jake Paul.
Yeah.
But in this case, just because his attitude, he's such a douche.
Oh, dude, I don't like.
But
I don't like Jake. Honestly, Logan's been kind of growing back on me.
I like the impulsive podcast.
I'm a little bit back and forth because there's sometimes he sounds like a super douche, but then there's sometimes where like, okay, he's got a point. I don't know. I don't know. After the whole freaking the Japan thing is just like, how far can you go?
I could care less about the Japan thing. That happened so long ago. I don't care about that at all.
Yeah, but it's like, what kind of? I mean, you would think he would learn from something like that,
Yeah,
and
but
not just.
He was young and he was just trying to get a bunch of views.
Yeah, but now look what he's doing. He's selling his soul to get a bunch of views again.
Well,
he's complaining about Andrew Tate, which he doesn't need to. He doesn't need to complain about Andrew Tate. He's just doing it to get views.
Well, it's not that he's complaining about him. It's that he's saying it was right for him to be canceled because of the things he says. You know?
I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me.
How does it not make sense? I'll explain it to you.
It doesn't make sense because if you were canceled and you're in somebody's shoes, we don't need to argue about this on the reaction channel. I'm not going to go on a whole spiel.
Why not?
Because this is supposed to be like a 10-minute video.
So everyone ripped him to pieces.
A lot of backlash.
Yeah, because everyone knows he's full of shit.
Yeah.
So so that's what I'm saying.
Backlash.
It taught me a lot. It also, there's some other people, I won't say their names because I don't want to make more beef, but there were some other people I was talking to who were cool, super famous, and I was going to.
Los Amigos, Gringos.
Yeah, probably. No, he's about to call us bitches. You can't see him with us.
No, he said some super cool people I was talking to.
He said, I don't want him to call him out because I don't want any more beef.
Yeah, he doesn't want beef with us, that's for sure.
You hear that, Andrew Tate? You don't want to mess with
do
us.
their show, and they totally wanted me on the show, and then I got canceled, and they instantly shit themselves. And that went both ways. Like I was speaking to Patrick.
How long ago was that?
No, I was speaking to Patrick Bet David in the up run to getting canceled. Got canceled. He said, "Don't care. We're doing it."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Whoa, gangster." Other people were like, "Oh, you got canceled," and shit themselves and pussied out, which also shows me a lot. I'm not going to say their names. I'm not going to call them out, but they know who they are, and I know who they are.
But what about Pierce Morgan? You just did.
Pierce is.
And by the way, I just want to say real quick that I think it's bullshit, and I thought you did really well in there.
They just argue. They interrupt. Yeah.
I think the main thing with Logan too, that when he took it too far, is what he said is that if other creators collab with them and give Tate a platform, like that's not okay.
Yeah, don't give Tate.
Dang, what a weenie.
Dude, do you see they have like, I'm assuming that's marijuana, but in like a hookah or
No,
something.
it's hashish.
It's sheesh?
Yeah, Andrew doesn't smoke weed.
Oh. So they just have hookahs behind them? That's freaking sweet.
Yeah, that's his sick house. I watched the beginning of this podcast. I didn't get this far.
Oh, yeah.
But it's in like some house that I think Andrew Tate's renting in like Dubai or something.
Oh,
and he literally has like a hashish guy.
Is it the one where he's doing the nunchucks?
What do you call it? Nah, it's probably a different house.
I wish.
What was I saying? Thanks a lot, dude. Talking about stupid hashish when I'm trying to actually talk about the video.
You paused it immediately. I interrupted you before you
You're like, he has a wand.
I was like, whoa. Is he part of Ghostbusters or something?
Logan Paul said that he won't collaborate with anyone that collaborates with Andrew Tate because no one should give him a platform. It's like super against free speech. Yeah, I don't know. You think someone's telling him to say that type of stuff? I feel like
I don't know.
Probably not. But I feel like he's just taking the complete opposite view of Andrew Tate so that he can get all the people that don't like Andrew Tate to follow him. That's what I think it is.
All I know is that Logan Paul, to me, seems like a person that if somebody said, I'll give you $100,000 to shut up or talk about this
more
or
than that,
whatever.
but yeah.
Well, whatever amount, he would take that.
I'll take the money.
Yeah.
What I think it is he's just trying to get viewers, because there's so many people that don't like Andrew Tate out there just from seeing clips of him and stuff.
Yeah.
So if he goes against Andrew Tate, he's like, oh, I don't think we should be corrupting the minds of the young men in this country by letting them listen to Andrew Tate and giving them a platform. Then all those people that are like, yeah, and then they're going to follow him and he's going to make more money. He's going to get more subscribers. So that's what I think it is ultimately. I don't think anyone's like telling him like, you have to do this because we're the Illuminati of YouTube. You know? All right, what do you guys think? Do you think someone is forcing Logan Paul to say these things? Or do you agree with my theory that he's just trying to get everyone that doesn't like Andrew Tate to follow him? Leave in the comments.
Yeah, leave it in the comments. Well, adios, amigos.
Thank you guys for watching. Hit the like button, subscribe button if you really enjoyed us. Leave a comment on what you want to see next. And, you know, all the other things I asked you to comment before. Because I always lose my train of thought at the end. So, see you in the next one.
See you in the next one.
You say adios, amigos.
I already said it, though.
But you guys said after I say see you in the next one.
Adios, amigos.
Yeah.
Dude, you gotta watch this video.